Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. I'm just saying show.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to I'm Just Saying Live, where the morning brew gives us the energy to provide you the best in edutainment, period. I cannot wait for today's show because we recapping the weekend and everything, and I just had a marvelous time, okay? Hung out with some girlfriends of mine, but of course, you know, I've got my partner for life here with me. What's up?
Peace.
That's all you gonna say?
In the Middle East.
You're not gonna say good morning or nothing like that?
They know what time it is. It's your bud. Call me _ hey, what's up, people?
Everybody, please make sure you go and follow him at
Call me _
underscore
on IG.
on Instagram. He's also on Snapchat. He has lots of fun over there.
Team Thomas 4. Hey,
quite entertaining.
Hey, that's where it go down at over there. What they say, go down in the DM and go down on the Snapchat.
Goes down on the Snapchat. Now Tucker is working, but he's promised us that he would try to pop in if he could, but we gonna see, okay? And if he don't, it's still gonna be all right, okay? This is I'm Just Saying Live. Welcome to the show. Let's get started with this weekend recap. Husband, how was your weekend?
I did absolutely nothing. The boys and I, we just laid up, watched basketball. They played video games, and we ate out every day, every night. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that on there. We ain't cook a damn thing.
Why didn't you cook?
What? Why would I do that? When somebody else can cook for us?
Wasting money. That's all you was doing.
We were living our best life.
He was wasting this. He was wasting money. Now I'm gonna add this to the stage. Now, so for my weekend, some friends and I decided to get together to go to the Dominican Republic. It was a purpose of mine to see if women could have just as much fun as men, because men are always talking about the DR, how much fun it is, and all the things that they're doing. Right? Ain't that what they're doing? They're always talking about the DR.
How you can do a comparison? You don't know what type of fun they having.
Well, let's just say this. It was a ball. I have had fun every single time I've gone. People started judging me. It was like, oh, you going out there too much, this, that, and the other. They treat me great there. I fit in. It's always a really, really good time. So I'm going to show y'all this little recap video, kind of, sort of what I can show.
What happens?
And I'll do my own voiceover like I always do. Y'all ready? Let's go. The commentary that was going on behind dinner was cussing bangs. Sexy T was definitely out in the building. I thought these personalized 1800 bottles were super cute. Now this place was really, really fun. I had never been here before, and it's called Pearl Beach Club. Even in the middle of the place, but they are really very unique. I actually took this video with my meta glasses. Now there was definitely booty everywhere in the yard, and for me, we even had a midget in our section. We want some nice big really pretty.
Don't make it disappear.
I make
You got a magic
What did you say? Don't make me
one of
disappear.
ready. I want to give it to you first. Two little small bowls. And I show you what it's meant to. Watch. It is 1 and 2. 2 small bowls.
Oh, he don't know how to hold the balls.
Watch. 2 small bowls. 1 and 2. Close your hands. Very strong. Very strong.
I thought I cut all the sound off.
On your hands. And it's 5 balls.
Damn.
It's ready. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at it. Let it go. I throw it. Anything you shoulder.
Oh my God, where is it?
Oh,
Oh.
the chip was on her shoulder. Now, I saved this picture for last because we stayed at the Royalton Chic Hotel in Punta Cana. I think the people still. I don't feel like the food was very good. They didn't have any elevators. It was adults only, like they said. And I mean, really adults only, as in there were no kids on the entire premises, which I loved. That part was great. But then they were shutting the pool down early.
How early is early?
7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top.
It was dark?
No.
Hmm.
And so that was very upsetting to me because I felt like they should have had some nighttime pool parties or something since it's adults only. They did have a club on the premises. Club was cool. The DJ was great. The steakhouse food was okay.
Well, that's one way to move the crowd. If you shut the pool down at a certain time, open the club up, everybody's going to go to the club.
Yes, I understand that. But everybody left the resort because they were upset that the pool was closed. So they left and then said, well, we'll just party there later if we need it.
It was for y'all's safety. They didn't want y'all to be abducted.
Well, they made everybody leave and go get abducted.
But I'm glad y'all had a ball.
We did. We had a really great time. It was a really good weekend. I wish I would have taken time to be able to sleep a little bit more. Good morning, B. On vacation, I definitely sleep. He's not a sleeper on vacation. I want you guys to put in the comments. I definitely had fun. Put in the comments if you're a sleeper on vacation. Like, do you go to the pool, get you a drink, lay out, sleep a little, do that? Are you that kind of vacationer, or do you have to be moving the whole time? I don't want to move the whole time.
I'm not going to pay all these thousands of dollars to go nowhere and just sleep. I want to see the land. I want to survey the land.
You can still do that.
I might want to gamble. I might want to go people watch. Might want to go snorkeling.
We were drinking so heavily that we missed all of our excursions.
Oh, you talking about wasting money, huh?
We missed our excursions. No, not like that. I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah.
We didn't. Okay. So I like to hang out. What's up, Tuck? Thanks for getting on there and being able to comment. What type of vacationer are you? I wanted to ask this after the weekend recap. What kind of vacationer are you? Do you like to relax on vacation? And B says, I do both. Okay. Which is cool. You know, do you want to sleep? Do you want to drink? What's your thing when you're on vacation?
Party. That's what you do.
I do. I party.
Hey,
but that means
naps.
that you are tired. Yeah, you take a little nap.
No. You take a nap. You go in your room about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Lay down to about 7 or 8. Get up and you do it again.
Good morning. Okay, I guess. I was definitely dragging when I got back because I needed to sleep on the whole plane on the way back.
3 days when she got back.
I ain't been back 3 days.
If it wasn't for the show, you'd still be asleep.
Probably. That's why I don't got no lashes on.
Who lashes were on the ground by the pool? I'm
gonna tell you, lashes was coming off. It was lots of things going on. Miss Chrislyn lashes was coming off in the pool, y'all. We had a funky good time. I'm not gonna lie, we did. This was a good group. We did have a little bumps in the road, but we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna stay positive right now.
You always enjoy yourself.
I do. I love enjoying myself. All right. We also have a very special birthday wish going at to Miss Amber Kaner. Happy birthday, baby. This is our kid's godmother, ladies and gentlemen. She's absolutely wonderful. She's been through a lot just like I have, and she keeps on pushing, and absolutely love that. I also wrote something that's going to be in her book about her stroke. So I'm very happy about that as well. So happy birthday, Amber. We can't wait to celebrate it with you.
Good
What
morning.
you got to say?
Good morning. Happy birthday, AK.
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, for upcoming events, a friend of mine is throwing this classic car show. If you want to do something different, normally have Easter eggs, for Easter, working up to Easter.
If you have no kids.
If you don't have no kids, even if you do have kids, come see some cars of different colors. How about that?
Different styles,
Instead of
different
eggs,
years.
do something different this year. It's going to be at the Pearland Bombshells, okay? I know it might be a little hump for some of y'all, but it's definitely going to be a good time. So this is going to be the annual spring kickoff for the Chevy Boys of Houston, okay? Make sure that you get out there and try to support these guys. They've been holding on to these classic cars and remembering the tradition of fixing cars. So y'all know I'm a big person about tradition and carrying things on. So they do the work with their own hands. I'm going to tell you that. And they win awards all over the place. So it'll be really, really exciting to see what they have in this show this weekend. So if you've got your family, take them on out.
Yeah, some old classic.
Our boys like to go to Bombshells. Food, fun, drinks.
TVs, a lot of TVs.
If you want some more information on this, you can also check out Chevy Boys on Instagram and on YouTube. Okay. All right. Now, I've been saying that we want to get together with you guys. AUA is still hosting the Undy 1K Scholarship Fundraiser. Get your tickets on Eventbrite or on our website at auacharity.com right now. Go get them. Next, remember, ads on the go. You can place your ad with this company. It can drive all over the city. Doesn't matter if you're hosting an event or if you're trying to support your small business. Please, please, please make sure that you go and support this business as well by going to adz-onthego.com. I see a message here. Let me see. It says, are we? Right, exactly. Exactly. I don't know. We're going to have to see. It's looking real sketchy, okay? Now, we wanted to talk about some news stuff, but do you want to talk about all the stuff that's going on in sports first, or do you want to try to give a little time for Tucker to jump on with you?
Yeah, we can wait.
Okay, so we're going to wait. Y'all know that I like talking to y'all about news, and Anthony has been being very active when it comes to finding topics for us to talk about. Look at Tuck. He popped right in time. I thought we were going to be doing sports, but Tuck, we're going to get some of this news out the way real quick. I'm going to add this picture to the stage, and I want you to tell us a little bit about the crash that happened in Baltimore. Look at this picture that I chose. Oh my God. I'm just saying. Who would sleep on the job? Took the whole bridge out.
And so the incident occurred in Baltimore, Maryland, about somewhere between 1 and 2 a.m. this morning. One of the cargo ships was coming through, and it hit a column of the bridge and knocked the whole bridge down. And the ship is coming through the port of Baltimore, and Baltimore has one of the largest ports in the United States. I think it is the 9th largest port, and at the same time, when it knocked the bridge down, it also stopped a lot of people from commuting back and forth to work. So a lot of people, it's almost like being on New York Island and you can't get off.
Right. So this is a 1.6 mile long 4-lane bridge. Okay. So 2 and 2. It says mass casualties.
30.
Did you know anything about that?
Well,
that's a lot.
They were still looking at these people. Some of the people were working on the bridge, and they know it was a few workers there, and they still looking for them. And they were still looking for them up to like 8 o'clock this morning, had not found one body nor survivor.
Oh, wow. They're saying that it's really hard. But the reason why is because they haven't been able to get the rescue efforts underway like they want to, because it's still dangerous, because there's still a lot of falling and moving parts.
Yeah, if you look at the video, if you go online and look at the video, you can actually see the ship hitting the bridge,
the Francis Scott Key Bridge.
and as it collapsed. I mean, it's like a domino effect, and you'll be like, oh my God, this can't be real.
That picture looks extra crazy. I'm gonna just tell you that it really looks like a lot of damage occurred. By this point, I'm sure that they have moved the boat because there were several containers on there that still needed to be transported. They had to move it. You can see the picture there.
Well, they couldn't have moved it too far because some of the parts of the bridge were on the ship after it hit it. But at the same time, they said right before impact, it looked like the lights went out on the ship, and they trying to see did they lose power, and is that what caused it to hit the bridge or what? But
okay,
it's something serious.
Now, he also wanted to talk about our boy Donald Trump. Let's talk about this real quick. Let's see if Tucker is there. Let me say this. Tucker, we're about to talk about your boy. I got to pull this down real quick. Let me remove that. Pop on, say hello to everybody. Tell them good morning. He's looking like he got a better tan over the weekend than me. What up?
That's an Orlando tan.
That's
an Orlando tan.
Okay, Orlando is still holding on.
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale. Okay. So good morning, Tucker. Welcome to I'm Just Saying Live too.
What's up?
Your boy Trump. Anthony is just now finding out that these cases that they done trumped up against him. I'm sorry, I thought that was funny.
It sounds like a bunch of bull crap.
Okay. Are not the charges that everybody was thinking that had to do with the government and all the scandals with the paperwork being taken home and all these other kind of things when they raided his home, all of this. And we're going to talk about some other raids later. I'm just saying we're definitely going to be talking about
everybody getting raided.
Your boy No Diddy out here. Okay. So, let's say this. So Anthony, tell them exactly what you found out in regards to the case and the women, I guess, the woman who is still at the center of this thing. And we'll talk about why it's affecting America, because should it be?
So in the beginning, they make it, okay, 34 allegations against Trump. Falsifying documents, not giving up certain documents and all this. And then, but the main issue they pursuing is about, what do they call it? Well, not bribery, but hush money. It's the main thing, talking about hush money. So I'm like, okay, what's the big deal about hush money? So when I read a little bit more about it, it's about Trump supposedly had a relationship with a former porn star. And I'm like, wait, this don't make any sense. So y'all worrying about, this was 10 years ago, before he was even president, back in the early 2000s somewhere, and he slept with somebody else. So, okay, that's between the woman, his wife, and himself.
Yeah.
Infidelity and all that. What does that have to do with the presidency?
So all of Trump's discretions are going to come to play in this trial. It was supposed to be a civil fraud case. Mm-hmm. So by putting it out there that he's been doing underhanded stuff, I guess they're feeling like, they're garnering support for what they got going on. What you think, Tucker?
No, I think it's more so of, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
I think it's more so of them attacking him from like on all levels because he's such a threat, like to their agenda. Mm-hmm. And for instance, you got the voting, whatever thing that's going on with Fannie Willis in Atlanta, right? That trial and how that's been going. Then you have the trial in New York, in the fraud case with the banks, where the banks say, "Hey, we actually made money from this. There's no fraud, like there's no victim in the case, but there's, almost a $500 million ruling against them, right?"
Right. So
it's like, what are you trying to do? Like, why are you attacking this man? And for the simple fact, they're trying to bleed him dry. They're trying to make him, dissolve his companies. They're trying to do it, and they're doing it in a public fashion. Like, they're not hiding anything.
We were talking last week about his bond being $464 million. Yeah. They were able to appeal that and got it reduced to $175 million. So he says that he's going to be able to pay that, and he's going to do that with Basically, cash on hand.
Oh, I thought he was going to liquidate something, but okay.
Well, he probably already
he doesn't have to liquidate.
He definitely has at this point.
If they would have kept that 400-some million, he would have had to liquidate something.
So,
but my thing is, you worrying about, to me, what another man is doing with somebody else, another woman. What's the big deal about it? I mean, he wasn't even the president at the time. And
I'm telling you what it is. This is how they like to tear down your character while they have the opportunity. They're going to put every single bad thing, every corrupt whatever that they feel like they can put out there at the time. And a lot of this has to do with the media, because media absorbs it, sucks it up, spreads it all around, and take it up in a bag and toss it at you again.
Here's the thing. It's like it's only one-sided. Like, nobody's talking about Joe Biden and his discretions and with the crime bill and his super predator comment saying all these things that went on earlier in his career as a senator. So we got to look at that. Like, there's no both sides. There's no even coverage. There's only, hey, we want this person to seem bad and create a narrative around this person.
So they're trying to assassinate the character, but that's not going to do nothing for Trump, but make more people want to vote for him.
It's been backfiring on him.
Because I mean, when you look at, you're gonna say, Trump is to some people is a man. He out here sleeping with hookers. He doing this. Oh yeah, I like him. He for the people.
That a lot of people have that to say. They agree. They're saying he out there doing his thing. That's part of life and X, Y, and Z. And
what I want to know is, how did he become such a villain to Black people when early, like his whole life up until he started actively participating in politics, up until his whole life, he was celebrated and he was in over 200 some rap songs. And
David says that Trump feels Black now. I don't think he feels it. I think it is still a long way from coming. He knows how we're treated. He was the main culprit for a very long time and still very much takes advantage of African Americans. But why I'm not mad at him about it is because it's out there in the open. Just do you.
But here's the thing.
We can either stay away from you or be with you. Period. Just be who you are, everybody.
And he's that. He's the type of individual. I mean, since we've been knowing him from talk shows, from business-wise, he has always been the type of person that spoke his mind and let you know exactly how he feels about everything. And, how many presidents we actually had that actually, said what they really wanted to say. Or
that's what people admire about him. Yeah, that's the thing that people admire about him. He shoots from the hip and he's a straight shooter. So it takes a lot of people back when now we're in this culture of feelings and everything. You have to watch what you say and kind of teeter around that way. No, man. I respect the fact that he still shoots from the hip and he tells it like it is. It tells how you feel.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Cammie. We're happy to have you. I also wanted to talk about this. Let's go to this social media, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying not to do too many news topics because I know we have a lot of basketball to talk about, and we definitely have touchy subject to get into. And last week, it ran extra long when we got to going on both of our topics. So I'm trying to get there, ladies and gentlemen. Social media in Florida, Republican government Ron DeSantis signed a law on Monday banning children under the age of 14 from having their own social media accounts. What do we think about this? Under 14.
I mean,
how many are you going to have to retract? How are you going to find out?
Yeah, because a lot of kids don't even have their own personal accounts. They have a separate account with the account is actually under their parents' name.
Yeah, you should have to go through some verification process, right? To verify.
Well, we know that there's been a verification process there, but no one abides by it.
The kids,
every kid with a phone under the age of 14 right now has social media in some form or fashion.
And they learn about their birthday.
It's not being enforced. So now it's like, okay, there's a law in the book. So first it was like, it there's no law like that. That's the same thing what Elon Musk was talking about in the interview with Don Lemon. Like, hey, we're gonna police our social media platform along with the laws available, right? So like when the laws change, then the social media platforms have to change along with it.
Well, I hope
So-
y'all feel edutaining because y'all about to be edutaining your kids
So
when they can't get on that social media anymore. And wait, right before you say something, other states that are soon to follow, just so you guys know, Arkansas, California, Louisiana, Ohio, and Utah have also tried to start working on similar bills so that they can stop their constituents as well that are under the age of 14 from being on social media. What were you about to say?
Well, so what you're speaking of, I don't see nothing bad about it because now it's like you're taking certain things away from kids from phones and almost like putting them back outside. Because the kids nowadays, as soon as they come home from school, they on their phone. When they go from class to class, they on their phone. They on their phone more than they actually spending time with their parent or their other friends. Because you can see the kids in a group, 10 of them, and all 10 of them on their phone looking at things and sharing videos.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of them doing the things like we used to do, going outside, playing, whatever. And they do that, very seldom. But I don't see nothing wrong with it, but I'm trying to figure out how they're gonna not sanction it, but how they're gonna make sure that everybody's abiding by it.
That's the thing that
How they
I'm
gonna police
concerned
it?
with. How are they going to police it? What's going to be the punishment if someone does? All of those things can get very scary because then we come to a point where you have minors
Mhm.
possibly receiving a case if you don't explain it to them, or the parent,
It's gonna be the parent.
or the parent.
course.
You don't know, but we don't know.
One thing is gonna always be like school. If the kid don't come to school,
Well, that's
True
what
and
you're
opposite, whatever.
figuring. That
Yeah.
ain't the truth. Now, I also wanted to talk about that because Donald Trump, he has his social media platform called Truth Social. They announced that they are going to be going public. None of his companies have gone public in a very, very long time for people to be stock market trading on and this, that, and the other because of his presidency and this, that, and the other. He wasn't allowed, I believe, but it's been over 30 something years since he has taken something public like that. How do we feel about that? He trying to get that money.
He just said, selling shares, open it to the puts. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I think it's brilliant.
Anything was wrong with it. I mean, it looks like we're really scrapping or struggling to get other things going at this point, right?
It might just help him out.
Well, think about it like this. He didn't have to run for president, right? He was a billionaire, right? He can do whatever he wants. He could have did anything with his life. He decided to run for president because he didn't like how things were being run and how the country was being run. So then you take that to the next level is how do you you've been a leader of the free world. So it's like, okay, how do you influence even another generation? And you do that with what's happening in our generation, which is social media. He's a phenomenon within himself, and to create a free speech media platform centered around conservative values is genius, I think.
All right. So we've got some agreeing and some truing going on over here. We're very happy about that. Ladies and gentlemen, remember to make sure you post your comments. Don't forget to tell us what kind of vacationer you are too. I just need to see something for myself. Okay. Go ahead.
I did want to touch one more on the 14-year the social media ban. I think it's a good thing because it's going to promote free thinking. So it's less you kind of rein it back in. Like we've been in this global society, this global world where everything's kind of exposed. You can find out anything you want.
Kids have definitely been exposed to a lot of things way too early.
You're right.
And I don't think they knew it was going to have that effect.
Yeah. You don't think it's going to have that effect?
I said I didn't. No one thought it would have this type of effect on children.
Oh yeah, I think they knew.
You think they knew? Yeah. That kids will have access to porn and everything else, and
we had access to porn before. Like you hit your uncle and your daddy's stash. Like that's not a that's not a change.
I'm just saying.
He just made it
Telling
easier.
the-
Like,
He's
yeah,
definitely
everything.
telling the truth. My brother definitely got caught swapping the videos. Him and my cousin was changing them out. They was swapping them, So I completely understand that. I just ain't heard it. In a while,
And on that
Hey,
note, you're right. The dirty books
so,
and
hey,
you.
it's a lot of editions of beauty talk. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's more easily accessible because it's in your hand, is
Because of the
what
technology.
we were trying to say, because of the technology. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to move on from news, even though there's plenty of other things we can talk about, from news to our sports, because Sweet 16 is going on. What else you got to talk about? I know that we had some gambling stuff going on in baseball and some other people getting caught up, supposedly. I'm gonna move right on past that, and I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing, okay? I'm gonna run back and get me another cup of coffee, and y'all get it right. Oh, before we do that, y'all, rise, okay? I know you've seen it come across on Instagram. Let me tell you right now,
I gotta get some.
it works. Okay, it works. I have been taking, I was trying to get ready for my trip so I could at least have my stomach out, because I was doing the pudgy belly thing. Okay, and I wanted the pudgy belly to go away. I am very non-consistent when it comes to working out at this late stage in my life. Look, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to be consistent about a thing. So this really worked out because it did help me drop off some pounds in the belly area ahead of the trip. And I was just, if I would have been consistent, it probably would have had an even better result. But I have not been consistent, and it still worked. So therefore, that tells me, go get you a pack. Okay. Especially if you're somebody small like me that is trying to lose just maybe the midsection and want to get your waistline back. Do that. Okay. Now, back to sports.
Thank you, Natalie, for that commercial break. All right.
You can turn it towards you.
We're going to talk about this March Madness that been having all of us mad over here and upset. Everybody been pulling their hair out, been shaking them chicken bones, hoping that their team get in there and do something. But you want to start with the women, or you want to start with the men?
We can start on either side, man. Wherever you want to go.
Man, let's talk about these women. Hey, I know the men been doing their thing, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was looking for Iowa to lose, and I was, crossing my fingers, hoping that Caitlin Clark got knocked out. But I'm just gonna give it up. That white girl bad. That girl is bad. I mean, she's shooting from everywhere. She driving in. I mean, it's like they can't stop her. They try to double team her, triple team her. She dishing the ball out. Her teammates are knocking it down. I'm gonna give it up to them. They doing their thing over there.
Look, she's definitely one of the main attractions, right? And not just in college sports, in women's sport, right? Like, she's like one of those ones that she, like you said, she pull up from the park lot. As soon as she cover half court, what Stephen A calls her the Steph Curry of women's basketball, right?
Yeah, right.
Like, she's nice like that. I like her game because she is highly skilled, but she has underrated athleticism. She's bad. I think she's the
Right.
I think she's the female Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, sir.
I think she's like that. Juju, out there in USC, she's nice.
Yeah.
I watched their game last night as well.
I did not know she was that young.
Yeah, she's freshman, man.
Yeah, I just noticed it. I'm like, oh, I don't know why I thought she was there last year. And I'm like, oh, wait. Hey, that little girl, hey, she got some game.
She's gonna be on the next level, and she's she has a marketability with her, right? She's easy on the eye, so it'll be easier for her to do these NIL deals and be able to maximize that way, just like the girl from Stanford. Mm-hmm. So I think it'll be dope.
And on another note, real quick, since you said the NIL, I was just looking up the NIL, and I'm like, so how are they actually getting this money, and is it legal for them to get the money? And I'm like, oh wait, And I was looking at Caitlin, you know, she has that State Farm commercial. And I'm like, every time you look around, the commercial was up. So I was looking at the money that these girls are getting, and Caitlin is getting 3.1 million for State Farm. And then I looked at Angel Reese, she getting 1.8 million. I said, man, these girls really getting it in over here.
Yeah.
And you said they easy on the eyes, so you know people gonna look at them, listen to them, and you know they getting that money. And I like the fact that they have the ability to do that while they going to school at the same time. I know it's marketing for the bigger companies, but at the same time, if your child can get some of that NIL money, hey, that's great. Oh, and then NIL actually stands for
Name, image, and likeness.
Yeah, name, image, and likeness. Right.
Name, image.
Yeah, but I'm looking for LSU to come all the way, you know, go all the way to the big showdown. But wait, hold on.
Yeah, they have to. Well, I mean, they have to play Iowa in the Elite Eight. You're right.
Yeah.
So that would be the ticket to the Final Four. So that's going to be a definite matchup, a big matchup. Let's switch over to the men's real quick. I want to talk NCAA tournament.
A&M or the Cougs?
That was a good game, man.
Did you watch that game?
I did watch that game. That was a really good game.
Yeah, the game was to me the game was phenomenal. I didn't like the fact that the Cougs started letting A&M come back when you got what it was like 1:26 left on the clock, and they
were pushing before then.
Well, they went on the 12-2 run. They got it down. And then all of a sudden it's like you start giving up, and then you go to the line and you missing free throws. You missing free throws, and they over here knocking down threes. What is the problem? But nevertheless, it was a good game. A&M did real good. I watched them beat up on everybody. And U of H, you know, they kind of smiled, but now they got to face Duke. So I don't know where we going with that, because they got a fight on their hands.
Yeah. I think that when it comes to Houston, they just have to make shots. If they make shots, they play like their defense is going to keep them in every game. They just have to make shots and be efficient on offense when it counts. And
make them, make them shots when you go to the free throw. That's why they call it free. It's free money. Make them shots, man, and keep playing D. They've been having a nice defensive game. I like how they be trapping the ball. I like the man-to-man and the coach. I don't take nothing from the coach. He's calling the thing.
Yeah.
But the only thing that bothers me, they say he is not a coach to foul when it's in the last few minutes or second of the game.
We'll see if he's made those adjustments. Like I think on the players, that's when you got to take onus on it, right? I know in college programs, the coach is kind of always hounding, and he's like the overseer of everything. Mm-hmm. I think when it comes to those moments in the game, the players got to take control, and the ones that are successful or the teams that go farther are the players that do that.
How was your bracket looking? Or how is your bracket?
I didn't do a bracket, man. I stopped doing a bracket a few years ago.
Who did you pick? Oh, who would you think? I'm gonna go all the way.
I like UConn. Mm-hmm. As far as going to the Final Four, I like this Houston Duke matchup. I'm picking Houston, but Duke looks more skilled. You know what I'm saying? They have a little bit more dynamic to them.
They got a lot more height.
That's what I'm saying. So, but Houston's defense is going to have to be on point. So, but I'm picking them to kind of reach the Final Four. Not really concerned about, I like Tennessee as well. I think they're hitting a hot streak. I think they're playing pretty well, and I like those are really the three teams I like.
Okay.
Where that was for. Like I said, bracket wise on the NCAA, man, I haven't been. I usually don't pay attention to college basketball until after February, after Valentine's Day.
All right. Let's check on this comment. Got to do with sports. David Carter stated that don't forget about a Tossacita 4x1 national record. So who that time placed third in the world's last year. Okay.
So it was a Tascasita and I believe Dunbar or something like that up near Duncanville near Dallas.
Okay.
Also, they both broke a record that has been standing for a very long time, and so it's always good to see track moving in the right direction.
And we'd like to add.
You didn't add your. Did you ever put your bracket up?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
One more thing we like to add in sports. Ja'Cory Harrell.
Oh yes.
What was it? Number in hurdles, he is
number 6.
He's 6th in the nation in hurdles and 3rd in the nation in long jumping.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's our nephew.
And
North Shore High School.
So definitely watch that as well. We can't wait for that.
We'll have it. He had an interview too. We should have had his interview up. So our nephew is doing good.
We're gonna teach him how to answer some questions first.
Get a media ready.
He's
6'3".
Yeah, he's 6'3". He's an all American athlete, football, basketball, track. And he's good. He's good at everything.
He played at North Shore this year, football?
Yes, sir. Oh, yes. He was
what number? We went up there to Dallas when they played state.
Okay. And I don't know his number. I get you everything. I don't remember all that because I know he from football to basketball to track, but he is a starter. He started with the varsity when he was in the 9th grade.
What's his classification? Is he junior? Senior?
Yeah, it's a junior.
Yes.
He's junior? Nice.
And he's a beast.
I always have a good team. So.
Yeah. They have a great coaching staff over there. All right. Well, that is with the sports. Baseball getting ready to kick off on the 28th. So y'all make sure y'all watch the Astros. You know what Tucker going for over there.
And away we go. Ladies and gentlemen, after sports, what's up next? We're going to talk a little entertainment news. I made sure that I did not put too much in here because we've got a lot to discuss with this phase right here. He looking confused. We looking confused too, Diddy. We confused. Okay. Oh, David Carter also wanted y'all to add the Rockets in there, okay?
Oh, the Rockets are on the street. They doing good.
Did it.
P did it.
We are all confused.
P did it or P Diddy?
He did it.
He did.
He read it. He did it. He did all of it. It's looking real. It's looking real bad. Okay. He's missing. They say he's gone. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into this conversation with a little bit of detail in regards to
P Diddy.
Sean Diddy Combs. We got to call him Sean Combs now. He's got a case going on. Search warrant. It says a search warrant was actively served. They came in with guns and everything, they was gonna find somebody baby in the back room.
They raided 2 homes at the same time.
Yes. Who were not? It was owned by one was owned by the company. One was owned by the daughter, I believe. Is how it was. It was in the daughter's name.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay. Sex trafficking. We know how big of an issue sex trafficking is, especially when it comes to these pop stars and things of this nature being involved. When it comes to politicians being involved, it's ridiculous. Okay. But I mean, everybody is reporting on this, talking about it. How do we feel about this if there are minors that have been abused? That's what I'm going to call it. How do we feel about this?
All right, so I'll speak on this first. I think it's a stretch, man, to go from somebody's sexual deviance to sex trafficking, right? So,
that's a big difference.
So it's one thing to have, free calls or whatever he was doing.
Mm-hmm. That's one thing.
Bringing
people just in his business.
Saying, yeah, that's one thing, right? But then a whole other thing is sex trafficking, where you actually, you're moving people, human beings around for money and financial gain, right? That's those two different things. So I think when they say sex trafficking, you kind of like, what is that defined as? And if you want to come at this man for doing freak offs and doing those type of things,
It
then
has moved past that, Tucker. It
I
has
mean,
moved
and
past that.
now if
If
we're
they did
past
not
that,
have anything, if they did not have anything substantial on this man, it would not have gone to the point of coming in with the weapons and X, Y, and Z. They really thought that they were going to run into an issue there.
you think so?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
He said, okay, well, so what do you believe?
I don't
I
know.
already told you. He's still thinking that it has to do with him and his, free
I don't know.
nasty parties.
I'm saying I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know. I'm saying they're looking for something, right? Like that's why they're there. They're looking, they're investigating, they're trying to figure out, all right, what is the extent of it, right? Maybe. So
Okay.
They didn't come
you know,
knocking on the
Now,
door
maybe,
with
maybe
questions.
he was in the Epstein files. Who knows?
yeah, and that's what I was gonna state.
What happened
It's
to that list?
it's a difference between a knock raid or
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen,
raid
if
with
y'all are
guns.
just tuning in, if you're just jumping on, we are right now discussing the situation with Sean Diddy Combs right now and the allegations that have been brought up against him, where he is, where's the statement, what's about to be going on, because this is hot, fresh, off the presses. What was it, last night or night before last?
Yesterday,
Because there are actual charges. This is some real stuff, and it is not just about him having sex with men at these private parties. It is now saying trafficking.
Right. Here's the key thing. Like here's the kind of if you want to look for like some smoking guns, some circumstantial evidence. They say he done skipped town to over there to Bali.
Yeah.
That's
He's
what she was
gone.
saying.
That's
He's
what I
missing.
said when we started this. He is now missing. He's gone. Okay, he's gone. He's gone somewhere they can't extricate him. Extradite him.
Yeah, he's going somewhere where they can't pull him from. So they can serve him, but they can't say, "Hey, you need to come on back, boy."
So, but you're also almost too smart for your own ass, because now you're looking extra guilty.
Yes, sir. You are.
You're looking extra guilty, especially when it came to trafficking. Also, in the Usher video, this is the other thing, because I'm putting all these pieces together. In the Usher video, they talked about his mom, feeling a way about him going and moving with Diddy, or other people coming and staying in the house with Diddy. As soon as you cross state lines, that really classifies you, especially with minors, as trafficking if you keep them there.
And well, depending on what you were doing.
If there was even one that did not have, if there was even
yeah.
one that did not have permission from the parent to be living with him, that's trafficking.
Yeah, if they have permission. He was on some minor R. Kelly stuff, right? He was on some. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah. I don't know if it was minor or not. It sounded like we about to get into it.
No. I mean,
he was R. Kelly situation.
No, I'm saying dealing with minors, like it's boys instead of girls.
Well, let's say people, not boys. I don't want to think he was. I mean, anyway.
Look, it may have.
Read this comment right here. B says he was on a plane and his son was being arrested. Ain't no way I leave my son like that. But did he been a BIH? That's what we're gonna say. Let me say this. Maybe he didn't know the son was about to get arrested. He didn't even know they was after the son.
Well, no,
he doesn't know what the police have on any of them.
I'm gonna say, even if he was wasn't tipped off that they about to have a raid, I can agree with that. About my children, my wife, whatever, But I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying he is guilty. Maybe he was. Maybe he's afraid, and that's why he fled.
I know he's really mad at Cassie right now because she opened up this ball of worms.
and do they have?
She said, "I'm gonna ruin your life, man. And this how you take him down, boy. He is going. This is bad."
So that's rape, statutory rape, all this, right? Do they have a statute of limitation up there in New York on that? Well, clearly not. If they serve all these different.
I don't think there is a statute of limitations on it. Vacation should be lots of fun. Drinking it. Oh Lord, wrong time. Sorry. Diddy taking a vacation. Diddy definitely taking a vacation. I want to know how these women feel who have been entertaining his shenanigans, trying to get up on his money. You know, he just was recently dating. I was about to say JT. What is it? What's the doggone girl name? Carisha. Was it Carisha?
I don't know.
Which one of them is it? I just wonder how they feel and what they saw.
What they seen?
They had to have seen something. You cannot just turn a blind eye to all this madness.
Some people do.
You pay enough. A lot of people. What you think going on in Hollywood? You think them stories about them back room? Like, hey,
exactly. It be happening. It really happens. Like, David says, man, all those hoes in show business are gay sex trafficking freaks. Agreed. They say all, most. We're not gonna say all. We're gonna say most.
And that's why some celebrities don't hang out with other celebrities.
Right?
Yeah, because of that.
Young Miami, thank you so much, girl.
Young Miami. Okay.
I could not remember her name.
That's one of the city girls, huh?
What? Yes, the men absolutely love her, and now she's been over there with the man going both ways, JT? The flip flop.
Young Money is not JT.
No.
Okay. All right.
So that, you know, there's lots going on, y'all, when it comes to these stars. But I really wanted to see how people felt about that. But it seems that everybody is under the consensus that this is just what goes on in Hollywood. Yeah. In the music industry. Yes, we do.
No. This what actually goes on in the world on a different level.
Very true. Okay, I got you. This is a worldwide issue. You know, I've done some work with the No Trafficking Zone people here. I'm dead set against trafficking anybody or taking anybody against their will or coaxing people who don't know any better. If they're young, too young to be doing it, and you selling it for them, it's a problem. Period. I'm just saying, there's no way I could twist, turn, do anything different with that. That's a problem.
And no matter what he went to, somebody gonna grab him and bring his ass back, because they gonna be thinking about their child, their son, their daughter, whatever. They're gonna send a Navy SEAL team over there to go get him.
I think that that's why he went there specifically. They cannot bring him back.
Oh no, they're gonna go get him. Somebody gonna bring him.
They'll figure it out.
For that money.
It'll be years. Diddy is what now? Maybe 53, 54?
Yeah, mid-50s.
The way this thing is sizing up, it looks like he gonna spend the rest of his time gone. Him and Poe Kelly, they're gonna be in there making albums together. It says, yeah, we know people right now not doing fuck shit, and y'all not calling out. So y'all think if someone give them a few bucks, they not gonna say anything. That's true. They think if you pay them, that they're not ever gonna say anything, and they turning on y'all.
Donald Trump.
This is a message to all the people out there with a little coin, a little shmoney. Yeah, I better start signing these. What do you call them?
NDAs.
NDAs. Like Beyonce got everybody. You can't even go to the party with Beyonce. She can't even be in the room unless you say you ain't gonna tell about what happened.
Rihanna the same way.
If she picked the booger, y'all better not say nothing. You getting sued. What? Let's say Jay-Z next. Oh my God. He is looking a little weird.
No, I don't think Jay-Z.
I'm hoping Jay-Z ain't part of none of this. But
he didn't.
Honestly, but I'm just saying this. Honestly, I ain't talking about Puff. There's all kinds of circles. They got their own circles.
Okay.
This boy say Beyonce a hoe too. All right, Beehive gonna get you. Beehive is gonna get you, and I bet you don't even care. All right, he don't care. He definitely don't care.
They're gonna catch him on the highway.
It's now 11 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. You know that means we gotta get to this touchy subject. But before we do, you know we have to give you a weekly affirmation. Just a little something to think about. Today's affirmation is: the sky is not the limit. Your mind is. Marilyn Monroe. You know I love me some Marilyn. She did say a couple of cool things. She said a couple of cool things, but I'd like your take on this. And ladies and gentlemen, please put it in the comments what you think about this. The sky is not the limit. Your mind is. What has your mind held you back from doing lately?
Lately? Nothing. Before, a lot. Until I was told, you want to know who's stopping you from doing this or holding you back? Because at one time, we can't know. At one time,
He said they just pulled him down on Facebook.
I was blaming other people for my incidents, my whatever, in my early 20s. And then I was told, just look in the mirror. And what they told me, if you really want to know who holding you back, who's stopping you, just take a look in the mirror. And I took that as, okay, you need to get out the bull crap. Then when you look in the mirror and just pay attention, it's you. You stopping yourself from being successful. You stopping yourself for achieving whatever it is you want to do. And then that's when you start reassessing your values, your life issues, or whatever to make it better. So I agree with Marilyn Monroe. I agree with Reverend Paul Vise. Thank you, sir. But yeah, it's always you.
Whatever
How
that
about
self-image, whatever that self-image you have of yourself, right? Whatever that what the Michael Jackson song was, "Man in the Mirror," like whatever that
Yes, sir.
self-image you have, whatever that thing that you just basically take accountability for your own life. That's basically what I feel like this is saying. Take accountability for your thoughts, your actions, and that's how you get better.
I'm telling y'all, Beyonce don't play. You can't say nothing about Beyonce. Don't you know that? They done made.
And that's a problem. We can't say nothing about Beyonce. That's a problem. We should be able to say something about whoever.
We're gonna be like Donald Trump. We're gonna speak our mind.
Beyonce
But
said
what do you
no.
feel about the affirmation?
So I'm gonna say this about the affirmation. I constantly have to deal with my own mind because, I had a lot of people, like trying to bring you down and this, that, and the other, being in the wrong circles, or you can't do these types of things. And I have always kind of transcended past that because I just say, well, I'm going to go ahead and try, I'm going to just try it anyway. I'll see how it works out, or I'm going to do it my own way. A lot of my life is I'm going to just go on and do me. And so when it comes to not having a limit, it also depends on what your requirements for a happy life are. And I think a lot of people have to realize you may not have millions and millions of dollars, but you can be comfortable in your own space, but you got to get rid of all the riffraff, the negativity, the whatever else. You got to learn to have those things that make you happy in your general vicinity. I love my horses. I love my house. But I got pieces. Because I chose those pieces. I chose my husband and my kid to have my kids. It was all decisions being made. So you have to make the right decisions to make yourself happy. And then your mind will be happy. And then you'll be feeling free. And you don't have to be worrying about me or whoever.
We have any comments on the affirmation?
Okay. So Kimmy, she said, I love that for you. Great. Exactly. Thank you very much. Next is this great affirmation. Okay, that's it. All right. So are you guys ready? Oh, the movie scoop. I'm so sorry. That was our affirmation for today. Now we're going to move on to movie scoop. Y'all know I like a good movie. This was actually an original movie that is now a series, and it is called The Gentleman. Don't they look distinguished and crazy all at the same time? This show takes you down so many rabbit holes to try to figure out. I love a good drama. It's got a lot going on. I would love for you to see it. We do have some Black cast members in here as well. I'm always worried about who's getting the money for being on the show. We do have Black cast members in here. All nations and creeds, let's say that, but it is set in London, I believe. And so it's great. Y'all definitely need to check out The Gentleman. It is a series and it's on Netflix right now. Okay.
And it's very,
it's interesting to say the least.
You'll love it.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
yeah,
that Epicito. I know he's back there in the back. I can see him in the back of the picture.
Yeah, y'all remember him back from school days.
Yeah. If you are interested in being the person who calls in today to talk about our touchy subject, let me know. Hit us up in the thing. I will send you the link to be part of the show. But it is time now for us to get into our touchy subject. Okay. Now,
I'm gonna sit back.
Now this one's gonna be just a little bit different. I know a lot of times on here, I tell y'all that we are giving common sense solutions to everyday problems. Okay. I need your help in the comments to help these people figure out what they need to do with their lives. Okay. So it's time to get down to Tennille's touchy subjects. Let me drop this down. Dear Tennille, my husband told me he is planning a trip to see his brother in jail and wants to take my children. Okay. I have worked very hard to keep them on the straight and narrow path and don't know how this will affect them in the long run. Okay. He's currently serving, I don't know. I guess it's a life sentence. We're going to say life. And they will most likely never see him outside of prison. I'm not comfortable. How do I deal, or am I wrong? It's his brother. Okay.
So
these are some children under the age of 12.
Are they boys or girls?
Should they? Does that matter? Kimmy said, let me get my mind right. I need everybody to take time right now. I'm definitely going to, I'm going to repeat it, but they are boys.
How old is the brother? They've been there all his life?
Yeah, so that's why I asked, because
the kids know
usually
the kids have not ever met him.
Never met the dad.
This will be their very first time meeting him. Cammie says it'll be a learning experience. Now, how do we in turn flip the learning experience? Like, because you see something like that, you don't want them one way to say, oh, well, it's okay because, we're going to go check this man out, versus let it be a scary experience as to, I don't ever want to wind up like that. Because in a prison, I think you might not ever know what's going to happen. What if somebody turns up in the back during visitation?
Well, I'm gonna agree with Cammie. So as a learning experience, you showing them this is your relative and he made a bad decision. This is the consequences from the bad choice or wrong choice he made. That now he's here for the rest of his life. He'll never have the ability to be outside of these walls or this gate, to do what y'all do, to travel, to go to school, to freely, and being.
What do you think, Tuck?
I think it being there.
And I want to also know why you said. I want to know also why you said, is it a boy or girl? What's the difference?
It's important because the perspective, like, so if they don't have a male role model in their life and they see their dad, this is a guy that they don't really know, but if the first impression is, hey, he's in jail, and there's no like perspective set at home, like there's no, like I said, there's no male figure there to say, hey, this is wrong, this is right, there's no structure, then they might lean into that if they're not, of a certain perspective, right? Meaning they might be like, hey,
is this for male or female?
For a male.
Okay.
From a female perspective, I think it's important to just have an understanding of who your dad is. You know what I'm saying? As a man. And then you would pick a man.
This would be her uncle. This would be her uncle she was going to visit.
Yeah, it's like the brother is taking his kids to meet. Taking his kids to meet their uncle. To meet their uncle for the very first time.
So I'm gonna say this, and I know people are probably gonna be mad, and it is what it is. This I'm just saying. In my mind, when I first heard this, as to why I felt like we needed to discuss it, is because I think too many times, we put up a lot of barricades in certain areas. We were talking about social media and exposing children to certain things. I don't feel like if you're never going to be able to have a relationship with that person outside of the prison, it's almost like what's the point?
Well,
Unless it's a learning experience, like Cammie said, a scary tactic type, this is where you could wind up, but you don't want it to be that when it's a family member. So it gave me the catch-22 feeling of, what's the
well,
point in even taking them?
I think it's important to take them because if he's taking him to go see his brother, then he's shaping the perspective, right? He's shaping the framework around this whole interaction. So what I'm saying is it's important for him to do that because we don't know like how much game, like just because a person in prison, they still have life game and lived experiences they can give and pass down, right? And so
Mhm.
the positive things is what you want to take from it. Like Cami said, a
Okay,
learning
so,
is
so let me say this. What positivity comes from a conversation in jail over snacks?
They tell them
no no
that
Are
no
we just not talking about the past normally when they're there because you
no,
don't have any shared experiences?
you don't talk about
no,
the
you don't
past.
have any shared experience,
You just
but
tell them, hey,
what you
don't
do
wind
have
up with me.
is oh go ahead.
No, I'm sorry.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Go
Uh,
ahead. Finish your thought.
well, if it was vice versa, or whatever, and I was in there, or whatever, and my brother brought his kids to see me. Hey, glad to see y'all for the first time. What are y'all doing in school? Activities, all this, and then so I'm your uncle. Wish I can be there for y'all, this and that, but don't make a choice like I made. I'm not gonna go into detail of the choices of what I did, but don't make bad decisions. I always make good decisions. And if you with a group of people or whatever, and they doing something wrong, walk away. Call your parents to come get you to pick you up or whatever. You're just trying to help them. Just teach them, like you say, show
I
them.
think that all our people are confused because we're not getting very many responses. And I know some of y'all have probably dealt with this same thing. When it comes to family members, especially close family members, are you packing your kids up, taking them to the jail on Saturday morning to go and meet their family members? What's going on
Mm,
out there? And I'm not saying that this needs to become a weekly or a monthly thing or whatever, but of course, what say something were to happen to the father, who's going to pick up the slack in the visitation? It's most likely going to be the kids so that they can have somebody there. I don't know what to say about this. Is very confusing for me. Cammie has another comment here. Let's see what she has to say. Sometimes children need to understand actions have consequences.
right.
Children don't know that today.
And I think
Yeah.
if they
So don't hide things from them is basically what she's saying. We need
Don't
to
hide the
stop.
real. Yeah, don't hide the real from it. You know what I'm saying? The BS can stay over there.
Yeah, because I think if they see that, hey, you're gonna be locked in this and you can't do the stuff that I'm doing right now, playing sports, going to the movies,
I can't pick up my phone and watch YouTube when I want to.
yeah, I can't eat what I want to eat. Hey, this sound like this place sucks. So I'm gonna make sure I make some good decisions, or don't make those type of decisions.
I don't know if I feel like those are the types of conversations being had at the jail. I feel like people are sitting there, they're talking about what was happening, they're glorifying, kind of things that went on or things that are happening at this very moment, laughing, talking like everything is okay at that point.
Okay, so now this is thing about what's going on in Florida about the age thing.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got the adults talking, and if the adult is not adult enough,
Or being mindful.
yes, of that, that'll be the first and last visit that they ever have. Because one, you incarcerated, seem like you should learn or be learning or be an adult enough not to have those type of conversations
And some
around
people
kids.
are, and some people are not. Some people don't care.
Well, I'm just saying on that aspect because being a parent and the father taking his son and daughter children down there to meet the brother, I'm quite sure the father has prepped the brother or know that the brother would not talk recklessly around his niece and nephew
He
like
know
that.
his brother.
So here we are right now. Miss Montre Malone chimes in today. She says, so we just gonna ignore that Uncle Bob still exists. Granted, they can learn what not to do, but now we can't have a relationship.
Yeah.
And that's
They haven't had a relationship.
No, but that's the
they
thing.
hear,
It may
they
be
hear,
something they're missing.
yeah,
It's something
they hear
you're
him
missing.
talk about Uncle. They hear him talk about Uncle Bob at the family reunion.
And then they go meet him, and it's somebody, like I said, that they could never have a relationship with outside of the prison.
They might want to start writing them letters or something, and he write them letters. Hey, I hope you got good grades. What your grades like? What you're doing in sports? I'm just being.
And as a mom, I still would be afraid that that person would try to manipulate them.
No, that's why you, as a parent, you're gonna parent your kids.
You supervise that. Yeah.
You're gonna read the letter before you give it to them.
Okay.
That's just like social media. You know, we parenting everything our kids do. You try to make sure that your job is to make sure your children are taken care of. They are safe from what they see, where they go, what they do. So I'm with the lady.
No, the lady says she's not comfortable with it. She's trying to figure out how to cope and deal with it in her own head, because she knows that that's his brother and that he wants the kids to meet the brother.
What if that was their daddy in there? Would she not take them to see their daddy? To me, it's on the same thing. What if
Is it a life sentence?
What if it was their mother?
Because I think most women gonna play like you just got a new daddy.
No, I'm saying, what if it was their mother? She been in there since she was born.
She gonna want to see.
Right.
She gonna want to see him.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna take my kids to see you because you ran somebody over in the car while trying to get to the hospital, trying to have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just throwing out different scenarios.
To me, I'm saying it's still prison.
Yeah.
And
prison.
what are we saying is an age to take a kid to the prison for the first time?
Yeah. Now, age plays a factor.
What age is acceptable? How do we come up with that age? Depending on the circumstance. Now, if it's a child's mom or something like that, and you're taking them, you would most likely have had that relationship going since they were tiny. This would be something that they were used to. But
wait, but not the daddy though.
Daddy too.
Oh, okay. I thought you could play like
that's daddy. That's parents.
You said they act like
I said most women is just gonna move on. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know it. They ain't gonna meet their daddy till they about 24. He gonna get out of jail and be like, "I'm your dad," and they gonna be like, "What?"
Who is this
That's
nigga?
how women play.
I thought Johnny was my dad.
Right. Uncle Bob, as Nikki said. Uncle Bob's my dad. People incarcerated still need family on the outside. If you, Natalie, was locked up and no one came to see you, bam, girl, stop. So this is exactly why, again, I wanted to talk about this. What is the age that y'all feel like is appropriate to start taking kids to the jail to see? This is family.
Whatever.
If it wasn't family, if it's a homeboy or a homegirl, because most people who are the jail visitation.
Oh, hell no.
No, we're not doing all that.
So we're not taking.
Yeah, you ain't taking some my homeboy.
No, I'm not doing that.
No.
Nikki, I mean, Montre Malone, excuse me. It says, but they can. So we're not gonna go to the nursing home. We forget about her too.
So now to go to the nursing home, we
teach them what relationships need to look like, and we don't have to be them to love them. Let them go. Age is one thing, relationship is another. Okay.
So technically, from what I'm hearing, when you think they mind, they mentally ready.
Depends on the maturity of the kid.
Yeah. You know when they're ready to do something like that.
Okay.
And I like that we don't go to the nursing home to see such and such, but him talking about there in the nursing home. And it's like
this is one of the things that Anthony is really good about, going and checking on people, especially the older people. They may not be in nursing homes yet, but he's gonna pull up at the house. He gonna get him a little gift here and there all the time. He keeps up with all his people. Okay.
Louisiana, California, it don't matter where they are.
It's good. And so that teaches our kids, to keep up with people. But like I said, when it comes to this, when is it appropriate to start, going and building those relationships and making sure that they don't take that information the wrong way?
You have those talks. But like you said, you know when they mature enough. So you have that conversation because now
Cammie finally gave me an answer. Thank you so much for
said?
listening and paying attention. 14 is good.
Okay.
That's when children start acting out. I think that they start acting out before that. But I think 14 is a good age. I think 14 is probably a good age as well. Anything younger than that, again, still very impressionable, still whatever. Yeah. You just never know how they're going to receive it.
You think a child really is impressed by somebody being in prison?
Yes, some people are.
Oh, man.
Kids crazy.
Oh,
but you don't know yet because you haven't taken them to be around anything like that.
What about them scared straight programs? I had to take them to that.
That's scary.
Big old black dudes run up out of there.
It says whatever age.
I'm gonna take your booty.
only friends in jail may need to meet my kids. Okay.
Oh my God.
So old friends. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna give our final comments on this just because it's a toss-up. I know that everybody out there is dealing with family, friends, whatever, who have been incarcerated. We definitely don't want to leave them behind. In my perspective, the writing, sending them something every once in a while. I'm not a big person who sends money to the jail either. Like there's a lot of things.
She's not gonna send no money nowhere.
What do you mean? I've done that. It's just I'm not going to give you too much because you're in there for a reason, and I got bills.
What if they're innocent?
What? Okay.
So,
we're not even going to start.
Oh, that's a whole nother story. Now
we're not even going to start that.
So you think everybody incarcerated is guilty?
Said, Nikki said, don't even start. It says, I use homeless people to get my daughter to read. What? Girl, I got to hear that story. You're going to have to DM me. You got to call me. I need to hear that story. How do you use homeless people to get your daughter? No, I got to hear the story. I can't even make that one up.
You can't, yeah, what's the connection?
Yeah, call us after the show.
Yeah, we got to get that one. We're going to have to send her the doggone link real quick. Okay. So, but anyway, what I was saying was, I feel like this is his brother. It's okay if he's feeling like this is somebody that he wants to introduce his children to. You want to be proud that your man is proud of his children and wants them to have a relationship with his brother who he clearly loves and adores in that sense. So with brother, that's one thing. Friends and just going up there on the weekends to parlay, definitely not. That is not gonna fly with me. Okay, period. Yeah, what are y'all's final takes on this?
When they're mature enough, that's when I start. And it's not every weekend, every month thing. It might be twice out of a year.
It's just relationship building.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Tuck?
Yeah, I'm with that on that. Once they get to a certain level, and if I do it while they're young, it'll be like, okay, we're going to see, Uncle on, Christmas, or we're going to bring them a plate for Thanksgiving or something like that. You know what I'm saying? More of a kind of inclusion into the family and showing my kids that, just because someone made a bad decision, they don't stop being family. And you still be there for them.
Right. And I'm definitely with all of that.
Amen to that. I really like that one.
You like that?
Oh, I really love that one.
Okay. Well, ladies and hold on. He always try to sneak some in at the very end. Yeah. Bring him a plate. You can't bring the plate to the jail. You know what he's talking about. He's talking about after family functions, when they too old to get out, because a lot of them don't even like to leave the house, even though the family getting all together. They say, run me a plate. Running that plate is important too, just as important as visiting those people and loved ones that are close to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you don't forget your people. It's the holiday season. The Easter is coming up. Put your Sunday best on for them. What is your Sunday best? Okay, do people still even dress up to go to church for Easter? I don't know. The Lions Festival, Festival just passed. LaToya Lucky.
Yeah, that's the sound of the culture, man. We done went to crap.
Yeah.
I don't even think we got any more hat ladies, do we?
I'm a hat lady. I'm a dress mine up just because, and they're gonna be mad, but I'm gonna do it, and I'll make sure y'all see the pictures next week.
No, they want to go to the 4-wheel park for Easter.
Yeah, they said that they want to do a mud picture.
They want to go to
instead
the
of the clean dressed up. They want to do
Easter.
mud.
and be
See?
muddy on four-wheelers.
Oh,
We might do that.
no, we ain't doing it. I ain't got time to plan it. If I had time to plan it, we probably would. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of I'm Just Saying Live. Y'all, we getting real close to 200. I'm getting excited. Definitely go over to our YouTube page. Check us out. Hit like on a couple videos. Make sure you subscribe while you are there. Next week we'll be starting our Hump Days After Dark. We're going to start getting it in. We're going to talk like I like to talk, okay? Look.
Talking
We're
after
gonna do the
dark.
hump.
I've had an After Dark show before. Y'all already know. It used to get a little extra. It's okay. Make sure you have your glass of wine or your Hennessy on deck for the gentlemen. Do what you need to do. It's going to go down. It's going to be fun. So next week, remember, we're going to do Wednesday, 6:15. I'm going to put a weird time on it so y'all remember. We will put out a flyer that has the time and all of that for this week. We're going to make sure that y'all are there. We're going to do about 6:15 on Wednesday because we don't have track practice that day. So we cannot wait to see y'all there. So get ready, and we're going to be letting people go live. So we're going to join y'all in on these so we can definitely see your faces and reactions with these comments. So I'm super excited about it. I'm looking forward to doing something a little bit different. We also think that we located in a new office. We might be going back in, have our whole setup together. We've been working. Yeah. David, that's what we're about to do.
Yeah.
We're about to turn up again. I've been holding it down for a minute, but then Wednesdays, they about to get raw.
It's gonna be your type of speed.
They about to get raw, okay? So let's have fun. He said I'm excited. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week. This is I'm Just Saying Live. I'm Tennille Thomas, your host. You can follow me at IJSLive on Instagram.
Peace in the Middle East. Call me _and_.
It's your boy, Red Coach Tuck. Follow me on IG, Real Coach Tuck. See y'all next time.
See y'all next week.